built right in. Starting with Hyundai's very own ultra-high strength steel. In fact, J.D. Power just named the Tucson highest ranked small SUV in both initial and long-term quality. Hyundai. The longer you look, the more there is to like.
Now lease a new Tucson for only $159 a month or buy with $2,500 in bonus cash. Hurry in today.
I wish we could say that we could bring Jordan McNair back to life.
What happened and didn't happen in the minutes before a UMD football player's death, how it could change the program forever.
Plus, missing on his honeymoon, the desperate search for a Maryland man, and the tragic discovery tonight.
And a deadline reached. Will a vote happen Monday for Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh's nomination? The answer is coming up next.
ABC 7 News at 11 starts now with breaking news.
And that breaking news tonight coming from Capitol Hill as attorneys for Dr. Christine Blasey Ford ask lawmakers for an extra day for their client to decide if she will testify. Ford says Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh sexually assaulted her when they were in high school. We'll have more details on the back and forth between Ford and GOP lawmakers coming up. And more breaking news we are following out of Northwest Washington, where just minutes ago, the D.C. Fire Department rescued someone 25 feet down a steep slope. This was the scene a short time ago near the 1900 block of Calvert Street Northwest, that is in the Adams Morgan neighborhood. Crews had to rappel down the slope to reach the person. We're told they are hurt. At this point, it's unclear how badly that is, but we'll bring you more information as soon as it becomes available.
Also new tonight, a tragic end to the search for a missing newlywed from Maryland. The body of Stephen Kramer was found just a short time ago. Heather Graff following the story closely tonight from our live desk. Heather?
Well, Jonathan, just devastating news for this family from Potomac. We're told Stephen Kramer had just gotten married. He and his wife were actually on their honeymoon in Hawaii when he went for a hike on Monday. His wife said she got a text from him at about 2:30 that afternoon, and then she never heard from him again.
And in the text, he said, "Travel is slow, but I'm on my way back."
That is Stephen's wife, Jethany Kramer, in an interview she did just yesterday before his body was found. You could hear the emotion in her voice. At that point, she was still holding out hope that he would be found safe. She says Stephen was excited to do some exploring in Hawaii, but because he was a more experienced hiker than her, he wanted to check out the mountain terrain by himself first to make sure it wouldn't be too difficult of a trip for his new bride. He left for that hike early Monday morning, and when he did not return by Monday evening, his wife contacted authorities and the frantic search began. That search again came to a tragic end earlier today. We did reach out to Stephen's family in Potomac, but tonight they are understandably still far too upset to comment. Heather Graff, ABC 7 News.
Can understand that. Heather, thanks. Critical new details tonight following the death of a University of Maryland football player.
Officials releasing dozens of pages detailing the death of Jordan McNair minute by minute from the moment he collapsed at practice, also analyzing the school's response here. Annalisa Gale is live for us in College Park with a closer look tonight. Annalisa?
Nancy and Jonathan, that's right. Essentially what this report does is provide more insight on the treatment that Jordan McNair received after he suffered that heat stroke. Tonight, leaders here at the University of Maryland will say they will use that university information to continue making changes in the areas that were recommended.
It's sad.
In a 74-page report, the University of Maryland is answering some of the questions that were raised after 19-year-old Jordan McNair died in June, roughly 2 weeks after he suffered a heat stroke during a team workout.
The onset of symptoms to the call to 911 was 1 hour and 7 minutes.
The review also found that a cold whirlpool was not used to cool Jordan. When asked why, the head football athletic trainer responded saying there was a fear of drowning due to Jordan's size.
Inadequate cooling devices were used, such as cold towels.
Using the report, the athletic department is now implementing recommendations, including longer and frequent recovery